All right. Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you here, whether you are watching this on Zoom, pre-recorded, after it's been recorded, maybe you're on YouTube or Facebook, wherever that is, we welcome you. Again, this is designed to really make your medicine cabinet jealous. I'm telling you. And once you get this information, we're hoping that you will be able to move forward in making that happen. My name is Dr. Roz. I am the VP of Communications here at a company by the name of Akana. Well, maybe you've never heard of that company, but it means in the hands of God. And that's important, so important to us because we want to be in his hands. We want him to order our steps. A little bit about who we are. We launched on April 20th of 2019. We just recently celebrated 5 years. Time is moving so fast. And we started out with a line of CBD products and essential oils. And then in 2020, we expanded to include a complete line of wellness and weight management products. You're going to hear a little bit about those today, all of this. And then in 2021, we introduced something called the Flat Belly Lifestyle, where we actually have more than 30,000 customers now. And we do our best to reinvest 1% of our gross profits to empower undeserved communities. We deliver every single day 5-star customer support. Our mission is that we believe that health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are our birthright. Yes, by offering the most life-changing products in an innovative business, we empower people to elevate to their full potential. We got to go back to the garden, guys, like our grandparents used to be, because our vision is to help you to elevate the well-being of your body and your soul. Now, there are a lot of companies out there these days talking about health and wellness. And why is it wellness so important? I mean, you can find companies about everything, but wellness is important because it's unfortunate that we have to give this kind of statistic. We've given birth to the first generation of children who are predicted to have a shorter life expectancy than their parents. What do I mean by that? Well, one of our founders of our company, which this company was founded by 4 African-American women, one of our founders went to a meeting just recently, like last weekend, and it was there for them to do bioscans. We do bioscans here, and if you know one of our wellness coaches, they would be willing to definitely do that for you because it shows what's going on in the cells of your body in the infancy before it becomes critical. And so they went to do bioscans, and these were like kids that were 10 years and up, and many of them had already had fatty livers. So they asked them the question, how many of you eat fast food? And they raised their hands all over the place, a little reluctantly, because they didn't know what was going to happen, but more than 5 days a week. And that's why we're living in a time when we have this first generation of children, they don't realize it. They're saying that by 2030, colon cancer is estimated to become the leading killer for people 20 to 49 years of age. But here's the good news. We can do something about it. And that's why we have to educate people. We have a full medical advisory board made of RNs, LVNs, MDs, PhDs, naturopathic doctors, social workers. We have fitness trainers. We have herbologists. We have cardiologists. These people, a part of our medical advisory board, they don't just endorse our products. They use our products for their patients, for their family, and for themselves. Here's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create a 7th blue zone. What is a blue zone? You've never heard of one? I had never heard of one. See, there are 6 areas in the world where people eat far less animal meat. That's the cow, the chicken, the turkey, all of that, anything that's got eyes, and they live longer than average. We're talking about over 100 years of age. And they're all over the world, but we only have one in the United States, in North America, and it's in Iowa. But they're all over Costa Rica and Italy and Greece and Japan. And listen, these are people that are actively moving about, they're agile, they're climbing trees, they're working, they're riding bicycles, they're exercising. They're not being pushed in a wheelchair or being fed, and it's called a blue zone. How would you like to have a blue zone? It starts with you. It starts with your family. It starts with your community. But let's be realistic. How many of us know people that are dealing with pain? Wake up with it, go to sleep with it, go to work with it. It's their new norm, pain all the time. Anxiety. Ever since COVID, people are anxiety. You can't even be in the airport and cough before somebody looks around thinking you got COVID. That's the kind of anxiety we live in. Inflammation. Do you know inflammation is the culprit to so many illnesses and sicknesses and diseases? But if you're listening to this right now and you know anybody that has any of these things on the screen or anything else that's causing them to be on more than one pill or any pill at all, then they need to hear what I'm about to say. You've got a few minutes where you can call them up and tell them, look, jump on Zoom or jump on Facebook or jump on or send them the video or do something, because guess what? Sometimes we're not told that it's reversible. I don't care whether it's high blood pressure, diabetes. People tell me, well, I'm a diabetic. And I correct them. You are not a diabetic. You may be suffering with diabetes, but that's not who you are. So before I get into our products and the things that we have in place that are all natural to help assist, let me read our disclaimer. Our products, we never intend to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. We promote a healthy lifestyle, including good nutrition, exercise, and proper rest. And when our customers combine those habits with our products, we see results similar to what you're about to see in this presentation. And following our recommendations, maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Now, the FDA has not evaluated these statements, but they have evaluated those statements that they put on television that say may cause cancer, may cause nausea, may cause death. I'm just saying, all trademarks and copyrights are the property of their respective owners and are not affiliated with, nor do they endorse this product. And even if you're that person that does our bioscan, the test is for reference only, and it's not a diagnostic conclusion. But we have a wellness dispensary. And however you got here, whether you just breezed through Facebook or Instagram or wherever, or somebody sent you to that page, or somebody sent you to this Zoom, I want you to know that you're able to go to their wellness dispensary. It's a store. It's an online store. Whether you need to be calm, relaxed, relieved, creativity, or passion, whatever the case may be, we've got something that we believe that can assist you on your journey. Now, when you go to the page, you're going to see shop at the top of the page, and it's listed in categories. And I want to cover some of those categories right now. One of the first ones that I really want to touch on is called flat belly lifestyle. The key word is not flat belly. I know people see that all the time. I have a banner up when I'm at vending events and they say, oh, I want a flat belly. But what they don't pay attention to is lifestyle. There's so many things out in our world today, so many things on television, a pill here and a juice here and a this here to give you that flat belly, this kind of exercise and that kind of exercise. But lifestyle is what's important. And it starts with knowing your blood type. Now, how many of you right now know your blood type? Put it in the chat. Whether you're on Facebook, wherever you are on Zoom, put it in the chat. Are you type O, which is the oldest? Are you type A or B, or are you type AB? Now, if you pick any other letter, that's not your blood type. And a lot of times we think, people tell me, well, I'm going to look at my driver's license. It's not on there. Or they say, well, let me go to my doctor. Well, he asks you why you want it. Because it's your blood. Or then he charges you an exorbitant fee to get your blood type. Listen, Akana has your blood type. Why is it important? Because your blood type is a more reliable measure of who you are. More reliable measure of your identity than your race, your culture, or your geography. It is a genetic blueprint for who you are and a guide to who you can live most healthfully, how you can live most healthfully. You're going to find out that one person's food is another man's poison. You're probably eating something not according to your blood type that's causing the inflammation, that's causing the digestive problems, that's causing the headaches. And you don't even know it because you're eating in the blind because, number one, you don't know your blood type. Well, we got you. We got a blood type testing kit. Only costs a nominal fee, very nominal. Get back with the person who invited you to see this presentation and find out if you're an A, if you're a B, if you're an O, if you're an AB. And then we're going to help you get a list of items and foods and fruits and vegetables and meats that you should lean towards, that may be okay for you, and that maybe you should start avoiding. I mean, you see this picture, A's. If you know you're an A and you're eating bananas every day, that may be the cause of so many situations. If you just stop that, if you just cut that out, guess what? You may not have to take so much of the medication. It's going to make your medicine cabinet jealous. If you're type B and you love your chicken, you say, but I eat it baked or I eat it grilled. I don't care. If it's poisonous to your blood type, it's not doing you any good. Oh, you like your catfish. See, the list goes on and on. So we need to know so we can stop eating in the blind. And here at Akana, we've discovered the most powerful superfruit on the planet. Now, it's not something that's not heard of. It's called the aronia berry. And it helps to accelerate weight loss. It tastes good. It reduces inflammation. It helps to fight age-related diseases. And we actually have it in juice form and in powder form. But here's what's really important about the aronia berry. Because I know you've heard of elderberry and blueberries and noni. But the ORAC score is what makes a berry so powerful. Well, Dr. Roz, what's an ORAC score? It helps us understand how effective a berry or food is at protecting our cells from damage caused by harmful substances in our bodies. The higher the score, the better they are at keeping us healthy. Do you see this? Can you believe I know you heard elderberries were good for you, and they are. But aronia berry is higher, 15,000 in ORAC score. But Akana, we are so privileged to have a relationship with a farm in the Dakotas that grows their berry to the point where it has a higher ORAC score than the standard aronia berry, 40,000. That's why we got some serious testimonies when people begin to drink our aronia berry juice or use our aronia berry powder. This thing about healing, this thing about self-care. I'm a minister, been in ministry for over 50 years, and I believe in laying hands on the sick and they shall recover, all of that. But let me tell you something. What I don't like is the fact that we get healed in the prayer line and then we go back and do the same thing we did before we got there. So I wanted you to hear this short video because we need to know the number one step to true healing so that God can do what He ordained for our bodies to do, heal itself. Check this out.
If you don't clean the colon, there is absolutely nothing that you can do to get well. I don't care how elaborate that it is, the practice is. I don't care how much money it costs. If you don't clean the colon, you cannot get well. Did you know obesity is storing your own waste? When that waste gets loose into the bloodstream circulates the body 9 times a minute. And it drops that waste in every cell in the body. This is the reason for eyeglasses. This is the reason for headaches. This is the reason for hearing loss. This is the reason for your hair falling out, is because the colon waste is in the bloodstream.
2/3 of adults are now overweight or obese, and we have an epidemic cascade of debilitating disease that's overcoming the country. There's no way we can sustain the current style of care with the epidemic that we're creating with our diet and lifestyle choices.
The diabetes, the arthritis, the heart disease, the dementia, the obesity, the cancers are affecting about 70% of deaths. All the data is that those 70% of deaths and morbidity are largely lifestyle related and preventable.
Most kids by age 10 in the U.S. already have fatty streaks in their arteries, the first stage of atherosclerosis leading to heart attacks, strokes.
Here in American medicine, we operate from the disease model. We are in the business of treating sick people. We are not in the business of trying to prevent people from becoming sick.
When you look at chronic disease risk, all the things that we walk around worrying about, actually dietary choices trump smoking when it comes to those risks.
If I could deliver one message to the researchers who are looking for the cause of diabetes and the cause of clogged arteries and the cause of high blood pressure and the cause of obesity, I would tell them the answer's in 3 words. It's the food. It's what Americans are eating.
Now listen, I had to let you hear that because I'm not a medical doctor. My doctor is in theology and divinity. But if it's the food, then there's something we can do about it. If somebody had told me prior to having something that there's something I can do to reverse it, would I do something about it? I believe that you're smart enough to say yes. And the answer to that is to detox. See, detoxification is the metabolic process by which toxins that we get are changed into less toxic or more readily excreted substance. We got to get them out, in other words. Every single day, every day that you wake up, when you step outside your door, you breathe toxins. When you eat your food, when you buy your food at the grocery store, they're spraying pesticides and herbicides on those foods, the water that we drink. And guess what? The thoughts that we think. Negative thoughts and stress, they cause a buildup of toxins in our bodies. And there are times when your body must take on a massive detox. Everybody should detox. I don't care who you are. If you tell me you're a vegan, you're a vegetarian, you're a pescatarian, I don't care who you are, how long you've been on it, you need to detox. Because even those foods that we're eating that are good are sometimes toxic because of what they're doing to the food. And sometimes, yes, when you go through a detox, you're going to experience some detox symptoms. Why? Because those toxins don't want to leave. They've been living with you for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So you may be experiencing some signs to let you know that you need to detox, like insomnia or brain fog, and it's not dementia. You built up with toxins, anxiety, autoimmune diseases. Let me tell you something. If you're on medication, there's a reason. Because over time, that medication is going to do more damage to some areas of your body in the long run. So we've got to get the toxins out of our body. And it starts here at Akana with our Flat Belly lifestyle. Once you know your blood type, we have detox cleanse programs to assist you. One of the best ways to do it, and the way that my husband and I started, was with our 21-day raw cleanse. You heard me right. Raw. That means fruits, vegetables, and salad. That means no meat. That means let your body rest. Let your body rest and reset itself, because I must say it again, God made our bodies to heal itself. And if you say, okay, Dr. Roz, I hear you, but I can't go 21 days without this or without that or without no meat or without no sugar or whatever, then can you do 7 days? And if you can't do 7 days, I'm going to even give you one more alternative. But let's talk about this 21 and this 7 day. We've got products to go in there. You're going to eat fruits, vegetables, and salad. You're going to drink juice. I'm not talking about the juice from the grocery store, the juice that you can make with a juicer. Now, if you don't have a juicer, we'll give you recipes that you can make a smoothie. But either way, you're going to use this to put the products in that you see on the screen, the eliminator, to pull out the mucus and the parasites. Yes, we've got mucus built up in our body from the cheese and the dairy and the heated food. Every time you cook something, it creates mucus. Then we're going to get the parasites out. Oh my God, do you know how long that piece of meat was dead before it got to you? We don't know. The beef, the chicken, the pork, the turkey, we think we're doing good. But we're going to pull out those parasites. And then we're going to detox the entire body. Detox not just the colon, not colonoscopy only, but detox the entire body. We have a detox tea, and that's what it does. And then we also have something to nourish your cells. Our cells need nourishing, guys. We eat fruits and vegetables and things that we think are giving us the vitamins. But guess what? If you cook it, I love broccoli. And I love it to be roasted. I love it to be sauteed. I love it to be steamed. But every time you put heat to something, you lose some of those nutrients in your body, in that particular food. And most of us are deficient in our nutrients. And then we're going to have something to help support your muscles. Now, a lot of you already have too much animal protein. So you will probably use this fourth item after you do the detox, because you may already have too much protein. You're over protein, okay? You're protein overdosing because of the meat that we eat. But the bottom line is this: you cannot have any healing without flushing the sewer system. If your plumbing at home gets clogged up, do you do something about it? Absolutely. There's no question about that. You're going to get a plunger, you're going to get some Drano, you're going to call a plumber. But this plumbing in our body gets clogged up. 20 to 25 pounds of waste just sitting on the walls of our intestines, they say, and that's what's causing it to travel all throughout our system. So we got to detox it. And then we also have our bitters. Our bitters child was one of the first cleanings that we came up with here, and that was put together, formulated It helps to pull that sugar out of your body for all you sweet lovers. Yep, yep. But it's a 4-day bitters challenge. And it includes the tea. Now the tea doesn't taste good. Now the other tea tastes pretty good. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be straight up with you. This one doesn't taste good, but it gets the job done. A tea, a gummies, it's called a flat belly gummy, and our flat belly protein. But either way, 1, 2, or 3, doesn't matter. Come on, please, please, I'm begging you, do something. Go to our website, Flat Belly Lifestyle, put the person's name in that there's a place to put it if you're placing your order, and you can put their distributor's name in there and they'll get the credit for it, whoever that person is. But we're going to give you the guide, the ebook that you need. You're going to do the 7-day, the 21-day, or the bitter, whatever you're going to do. Let's start this journey together. And I mean that, together. We even have a community that we come together on Tuesday night and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central. And that's designed to encourage, to empower you, to share recipes, to just say, come on, you can make it. Because you're going to do it for yourself, but you don't have to do it by yourself. Now, as we go throughout the rest of the categories, because remember I said you go to the website and you look up there, it says shop. And there's a list of categories, and one of those is Flat Belly Lifestyle. Another one is edibles. Edibles is that you put in your mouth to eat. And we have it in so many various forms. But here's what I want to say about this, because this is related to a lot of our CBD products. Now, maybe some of you have heard a little bit about CBD, but what you've heard may be correct or may not be correct, because if you're like me, I'm a baby boomer. And back in the day, I used to go to the Earth, Wind, and Fire concerts. The lights would go down and the smoke would go up because it was all about getting high. Well, that's not what we're talking about. See, the cannabis plant has 2 sides to it. One side is marijuana, the other side is hemp. Everything we're talking about from the CBD side is from the hemp side of the plant, which number 1 makes it legal in all 50 states. As long as you have 0.3% or less of THC. And as you can see down here in the bottom right-hand corner, it says vegan CBD infused gummies. Why does it say that? Because you can go to the grocery store or the side store or the convenience store and you see a flag of CBD shining, but it may not be the same. It's not all the same. Some of it is coated with CBD. What is that? What do I mean by that? You ever had electroplate gold compared to the real thing? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Inside the gummy, infused, and it will help you with your sex, your sleep, your creativity, and relaxation. And we have Flight 25 and 50, which is a little more powerful gummy, well, quite a bit powerful gummy. And then we have Power and we have Pure. And I'll explain some of that a little bit later. I told you about the flat belly gummies, but guess what? How about seasoning? Yes, you can season your food with our garlic fire and our chili lime. All of these are edible. So here's what you do. Find the person who invited you, go to the website or the Zoom or the Facebook, Instagram page or YouTube page, DM that person and ask them, look, give me your website. I got to get it. I can't go another day. Then there's another category called tinctures. Tinctures, studies show that consuming full spectrum CBD can help bring balance to your body by reducing discomfort and pain. So we have infused our CBD with organic essential oils as an added benefit. One of ours is our own proprietary formula called Hempranium. Hempranium has black seed oil, coconut, turmeric, hemp seed oil, and the MCT coconut as a carrier oil to get it to your cells quickly. It's amazing. Wonderful testimonies. Diabetics using these. And I have a godmother that uses one of ours. She uses the Hemp MD and then adds black seed oil with it because it doesn't have black seed oil in it. The Hempranium already has it in it. But it's the strongest that we have. It's 900 milligrams of CBD. So if you've got one of those chronic situations, something you've been dealing with a long time, just couldn't get over it, listen, that might be what you might try. And we'll tell you how to do it in just a minute. But if you're a person that maybe you just have really sensitive taste buds, you don't like to taste stuff, well, we got you. We got water soluble. Put it in your water, your tea, your whatever your drink is, your smoothie, and it still will give you powerful results. And then we have what we call the Hempowered Hair. Now, I'm going to talk about hair in just a minute, but I got to touch on it here because it's available as a tincture to put it under the tongue. And then we have what we call elevation drops. This right here, people are testifying about how good it's causing their life to be transformed, Crohn's and all kind of autoimmune diseases, because this is coming directly from the elements. It's really just a miracle from God in a bottle. And then we have topicals. That's another category that we have. And topicals are to be put on topically on your skin. So here's that thing about pain, because one of our #1 sellers is our pain cream. And then some people really like to use the rollerball. I love it, because if you're out and about and you want to carry something easy in your purse, matter of fact, it even has more essential oils in it than the Relief Pain Cream. But either one of them is having so many people give us testimonies of their pain being relieved or being lessened. So we don't have to live with pain. And then if you want your skin, because your skin is the largest receptor in your body, we've got a CBD body butter. One of them has lotus in it, one of them has hibiscus, but it nourishes your skin while leaving a supple and silky finish. And it includes hydrators like organic coconut oil and goat milk. I mean, doesn't that sound like it's nice? But then smokables. Now, smokables sometimes get a bad rap, the vapes get a bad rap, but it's not the smokable, it's not the vape, it's the content. And this has pure CBD. I was on with some ladies today, and they were talking about how well these smokables do in their lives. And let me tell you something, we've got the Diamond. That's the one that has 100 milligrams pure CBD. I think it's actually 105. But then we also have the Delta 8. Now, those of you that used to do your thing back in the day, that one might be the one for you. But either way, all you need is just a little bit, because here's the thing about smokables. If you're that person that's depression hits you sometimes because of some, events that have taken place in your life, or maybe you're stressed out. Maybe you're a teacher and the kids are stressing you out. Maybe your spouse is stressing you out. I don't know. But stress is a killer. So people usually use our pre-rolls and they hit it one time. And guess what? Because it increases the bioavailability, it provides a faster onset of action to help reduce that inflammation or that stress or that discomfort. So you want to get back with the person. Now, there are some areas that some things are not allowed, some states, especially when it comes to our Delta 8, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But essential oils is also another category. Now, I did not know anything about essential oils when I first joined Akana. But when I joined and went through our certification, because we teach, we make sure people are educated. And then when I became a certified wellness coach, I learned even more, because these essential oils have been here since the beginning of time, because it comes from the ground, it comes from the trees, it comes from the leaves. And we've got tea tree oil, we've got frankincense, peppermint, eucalyptus, we've got black seed oil. And then we have essential defense that I love to put in a diffuser, because it has several different essential oils all in it based in one bottle. And then the defense nasal spray, we keep it in our house, because there used to be a time when my husband would have sinus headaches. You heard me say used to? If he has one now, he just gets the nasal spray, does it one time in each nostril, and it's gone just like that. Now, that's our own testimony. I'm not making any claims, but that's our claim. So essential oils is a category that you might want to take a look at. And then we are concerned about sexual healing. Yeah, Marvin Gaye said that, but guess what? As we age, sometimes you need a little assistance. Don't be embarrassed. Just say, okay, give it to me, whatever I need to get things rolling. Because the Cherry Bliss is a personal lubricant for the penile and the vaginal application, and it helps to moisturize and to lubricate. Now, we got one called King of the Jungle. It's called King of the Jungle, and the men love it because it enhances their stamina, their libido, and their performance. But guess what? Some of the ladies tell me they love it too. They call it Queen of the Jungle. They've renamed the bottle. Now, it's still called King of the Jungle, the same bottle. But we got some ladies that say, okay, it works for the queen too. And then that level of creativity. I touched on this a few minutes ago. It's called Delta 8. It's our pre-roll, it's our gummy, or it's our water soluble. I love it for people that are really creative beings, like our musicians and even our ministers, and those of you that are writing books and things, and you need those creative juices flowing. This really does assist in that area. But it also is not allowed in every state because it's so close to Delta 9. Yes, it's the cousin, it's Delta 8, the cousin to Delta 9, but it still doesn't give you the high, but it pushes you to the edge. So if you're that person that wants to use this, read the instructions and follow them. If it says a quarter or if it says an eighth, as a matter of fact, the gummy, it says start with an eighth. Please start with the eighth. And then if you don't feel, oh, I don't feel nothing, then go ahead and increase it just a little bit at a time and watch and see what to give you the REM kind of sleep that you're looking for. Now, we talked about skin, right? We want to get the skin back in a healthy place. We reduce those lines, have that body cream that makes the supple skin. And our hair. See, we are fortunate to have a trichologist here with us at Akana named Doris Mosley. And she's well known all over the country, has her own convention in Los Angeles, California. But she's helped to be the formulator of these products we call Save Our Strands, SOS. This 3-in-1 Shampoo Plus is the bomb diggity because it not only helps your hair as a shampoo, but it's a body wash and it's a facial cleanse. Absolutely amazing. And it's got a little peppermint scent to it that you get out the shower, you're smelling good already. And then detangler, I use it every single day. I'm not pulling, no, it detangles those locks, those whatever you're going, however you wear your hair, and then to thicken your hair. Ms. Mosley teaches about the epidemic of hair loss. It's an epidemic. You're losing your hair on the edges. You got a bald spot there in the middle. You got loss of hair on the sides. A lot of it is because you go to the beauty shop and you leave in pain because they pulled it so tight. They tied it up so tight. And over time, but when you have just a little fuzz, she says, and you start using our products over time, you can get that hair back. And she's a perfect example of it. Now, she also says that if there's a bald spot or if it's smooth like a baby's bottom, I'm sorry, ain't nothing we can do for you. We can do a hair scalp facial. I just watched one of these the other day. It was literally amazing because guess what? The reason for the hair loss is that the pores in your scalp are clogged. And this hair scalp facial helps to do that. So you want to get your beautician to do this for you. And then men, we didn't forget about you. You've got beards, you want to look nice, you want it to grow better. Yes, this beard and scalp oil is designed to help strengthen and thicken your beard and your hair. And it naturally does it. There's so many products in the stores, in the beauty salons, in the beauty stores that we go to. But some of the products in there are doing more damage to our hair and our body. So you want to use all natural products. And we've got these things in bundles. Whether you need the bliss, the glow, the relief, the wellness, whatever it is you need, we've bundled some of these together so that you can get the results that you're looking for. It's time for your elevation. And we're proud to say that we say something that everybody cannot say. When you go to the little grocery store or the little side convenience store and you get different products and different CBD, they may not be lab tested. We're third party tested, where what we say is in the bottle is proven to be in the bottle because the lab is not a part of Akana. It's a separate entity, actually one of the top labs in the country. And we're 100% natural and we're certified. So we formulate even our own proprietary blends, our topical cream and our hempranium. That's our proprietary blend with herbs and botanicals to elevate your well-being. So no matter what your situation is, because I know some of you have been told that, oh, you can't do CBD because you are a firefighter or you're a policeman or you work in the medical center or you're an athlete. Well, let me tell you something. They're right about certain CBD. If it has 0.3% or less of THC, depending on how your body metabolizes, it could show up. But here at Akana, we have a pure label. Less than 0.0%. That is a negligible amount that will not show up. We've had people that have used it, had the drug test, they were nurses, and it did not show up. And then we have the black label. That's the Delta 8 THC. I told you that's the cousin to the Delta 9. Okay, you heard me tell you about that. So we have the pure, the gold, or the black label. We can cover you in whatever situation you find yourself in. Now let's briefly just talk a little bit about how to use the products. If you're using a tincture, we always say start low, start slow. That's our slogan. Start low, start slow. 3 drops twice a day. Now, if you're taking a tincture and you're saying, my blood pressure hasn't moved, it hasn't changed, then you can start to increase it. But give it 5, 6, 7 days. So let's see what it's going to do, because what you're looking for is what one of our doctors calls the sweet spot. That's where it will work, because science has shown what CBD can do for so many different things. Gummies, start with the 4th. If you're starting with our Delta 8, you want to start with an 8th. If the 4th works and gives you a good REM sleep or reduces your inflammation, why do you need a whole one? But if it doesn't, then you increase as needed. But please don't do it after 5 minutes. Give it time, because the gummy has to get through your stomach to work. And then essential oils, because they're tinctures, the same thing, just 3 drops. You can do it 3 times a day, or you can dilute them with carrier oils if there is needed, because some of our essential oils already have the carrier oil in it, and it will say that on the bottle. Our topicals, put it right there where the pain is. If you're dealing with rheumatoid arthritis or any kind of arthritis, you got pain from an accident that's never gone away, they did surgery and you're still hurting, pains in your knees, knee replacement, you're on your way to a knee replacement. I say that because I had a lady, she was on her way to getting a knee replacement, started using our topical cream and never had to have the knee replaced. That's what she said. Smokables, 1 to 3 pulls. If you've never been a smoker, I advise you just to do 1 pull, okay? Just do 1 pull and watch and see what it does. I was talking to somebody just this morning, and she was sick about 3 days ago, and she did 1 pull. Today, she was dressed up and ready to go, ready to start exercising again. I'm just saying, that's the claims that our customers make and our distributors. And the spices, all that chili lime, that garlic fire, put it in your dinner while you're cooking. You can even bake with it, as long as you don't bake over 350 degrees. And our hair care, use as directed. But I got to tell you about our new products, that our new line that just came into our wellness dispensary, our Flat Belly Protein Muscle Builder. You see, I'm a baby boomer. We're getting older. And if you're not exercising, if you're not using any strength training or weightlifting, then you're losing muscle. And that's what happens when we accidentally fall or accidentally have an accident, car accident or whatever, and then all of a sudden you can't move anymore. Your hip is broken. All kinds of things happen, and it takes longer for you to recover. But HMB is something that's in this Flat Belly Protein Muscle Builder, which is used for building muscle and preventing age-related muscle loss, and helps to reduce muscle breakdown. See, that's what we want to do. We want to help to prevent that bone loss and to prevent your metabolism from decreasing, because you can't get it off like we used to. So get back with the person who invited you. They've got this right there on that dispensary, on the online store. And our last one that I want to share with you today is our Endocalyx Pro. Now, this is the first product we've had that is actually has a patent on it. It's issued in April of 2018 and is doctor recommended. So you can find it almost anywhere. But here's the thing about it, is that it helps with the early warning signs of microvascular health decline. So many of us don't realize that everything that's happening in our bodies, everything that's being diagnosed, and we're told we have this and we have that, and we need to have this surgery and that surgery, it started somewhere. It started in the cells and moved to the tissues and then to the organs. So there's things that we've got to start doing to open up those arteries, open up those capillaries, so that the blood, the oxygen, and the nutrients can begin to flow again, instead of us having a heart attack or a stroke. And that's what happens with this Endocalyx Pro. I've talked enough. So let me share now a few testimonies from people like myself that have begun to use the product, because I am, my husband is, we're product of the product.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Kimberly Smith-Dotrieve. I am a board-certified internal medicine physician, and I have had a very extraordinary relationship with Akana for the past 3 years. Akana has some very remarkable products that have changed the lives of my patients, my family, and even myself. My own testimony is that my head of hair, my locks, had become so thin and brittle because of a lot of stress and trauma that had occurred in my life. And when I started using the Akana hair care system, right away I noticed a difference. My hair was stronger, it felt more sturdy, and as I continued to use the shampoo and conditioner and that amazing hemp-powered hair, I started seeing new hair growth, then the thickness returned, and now my crown of glory has been restored. But not only that, my patients and my family have had such amazing results. Blood pressures are lower, blood sugars are lower, pain is better. My husband, who is taking 4 different pain medication, is not taking any of them anymore because he uses a combination of the pain cream, the tincture, and the gummies, and that has his pain under control. Patients, I've been able to use the tincture and the gummies and the smokable to help patients with their anxiety, PTSD, and panic attacks. I have patients who are sleeping better because of the tincture and the gummies. And across the board, blood pressure reduction, I have seen it over and over and over again. If the patient's medication is not just being lowered, they are completely off of it because of these amazing, extraordinary, outstanding Akana products. And so from a patient standpoint, you will live a better quality of life. From a physician standpoint, get on board and allow your patients to experience the better quality of life that these Akana products can give to them.
What brought me to Akana was one night, because I couldn't sleep at night. So since I was 40, I've never got over 6 hours sleep. So I was listening to Akana, and at that time, it was Wakana, and you had Royalty 10. And they were talking about these gummies, these little gummies that just take a quarter of it, and it's going to give you the best sleep. So I'm talking to the computer because my husband up there snoring. And I said, you know they lying, okay? But I'm going to get these gummies. Well, lo and behold, I got with somebody, I got the gummy. I said, okay, let me take a quarter because they said start slow. That was the best REM sleep that I had since I was 40, and I have been hooked ever since.
When I had my bioscan done by Dr. Prince, it told me I had serious intestine problems, which I was very aware of. So I did the 21-day cleanse. On the 5th day, I could have sworn I saw something swimming in the toilet. I wasn't sure, but it was real clear. So around the 10th day, I went to use the bathroom, looked back. You know how you do, you look back in the toilet, there wasn't nothing there. When I knew something had just came out of me. So I'm looking in the toilet, I knew the toilet didn't flush, so I looked in the front of the toilet. In the front of the toilet was sitting a mass, a nice size mass with brown little BBs, looked like maybe eggs or something, and something kind of swimming. But that's the first time I got that close to a toilet with my face, because we became, close.
Yeah.
And so I looked it up. It was parasites. It was parasites that had came out my body on that 10th day. I recommend the 21-day cleanse because it took 10 days for that to come out of me. And when I say after that came out of me, I had so much energy, so much energy. Finished the 21-day cleanse. I had a colonoscopy done before my bioscan. My colonoscopy told me I had a blockage. They wanted to do surgery. The doctor was preparing me for surgery to cut me open and remove that blockage and put me on a colostomy bag. After the cleanse, I went back to the doctor and had another colonoscopy done. And guess what, y'all? It was gone. It was no longer a blockage there. I was crying. I was praising God on the table, man, because he wanted to cut me open to remove that blockage when all of time it was parasites. So that made me feel all these people that have to have surgery because of a blockage. I'm not saying this is the reason, but it made me feel that it's an alternative to having that surgery if you do our flat belly cleanse, because it saved my life and changed my life. Now, when I eat to my blood type, which is blood type A negative, when I eat to my blood against my blood type, which is I eat shrimps. And I yes, once a week, and I know it's bad for me. It say do not eat shrimps as A negative. I do eat shrimps instantly. After I finish them shrimp, my head fill up with mucus and my left knee gets a pain in it. So I know I'm pretty much, when I eat against my blood type, my body recognizes instantly. You know, it ain't no more, why I got a headache or why I got this. It's like instantly recognition of eating to your blood type, of what happens when you eat against your blood type, you know, what you suffer as far as inflammation and mucus and pain, you know, different things like that. Like I say, it saved my life and changed my life. I would have been sitting around here cut open on a colostomy bag if I had not did that cleanse, and it made me so happy to know it was my own product that saved my life and changed my life. After I finished that cleanse the first time, I was down 18.9 pounds of waste. So to me, I got rid of a lot of parasites, and the main one was blocking my colon. And thank God for the flat belly lifestyle, because it's not just a cleanse, it's a lifestyle.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Eric Prince, the naturopath, and I just want to say that I'm very excited now because we're starting to create a whole new avenue of health and wellness called holistic healthcare. This is an avenue that allows us to treat our ailments and issues at the level of the root cause. What this does is this eradicates your condition, restores balance, and allows you to live a life that you were meant to live as you did when you were in your youth. This is about returning back to our youth. Youth is not predicated on the time you've been on the planet. It's predicated on the condition of your body. And now we have the ability with this process in this program to reverse our biological age and live young for as long as we desire, because now your health is back in your own hands. Now your life is back in your own hands. The decisions you make now are the decisions that's going to benefit you from this point on, because now you're more aware that we now have a way of getting back because of all of the testimonies.
It was me and my wife. We did the 21 days. Dramatic changes.
I was able to lose 14 pounds, 6 inches. And I love the way I look. I'm not gonna lie, I am loving this. But let me tell you what I love even more. I dropped my cholesterol 50 points, blood pressure stabilized, and my doctor and I have been fighting for the last 5 years because she wanted to put me on a statin, and I absolutely refused. And she told me I would never change my cholesterol lowered by diet alone. Well, you can know how excited I felt when I had dropped it 50 points.
My results were 13 pounds over the period of 7 days. Yes, 13 pounds over the period of 7 days. I first saw it in my skin. My skin was like super clear, glowing. People were like, you look different. You sound different.
After taking the 21-day cleanse, I am down 26 pounds. My energy is high. My mobility is high. My quality of life is high.
It just cleared my mind, my body, and my soul. I got rid of 12.8 pounds of waste. My stomach is flat, and it assisted. It helped with my blood pressure. It's a great experience, and everyone needs to do this. We need to clean those toxins out of our system, and you just feel better. It gives you energy. You just feel better, and it's really life-changing.
At the age of 68 years young, the government was upon my shoulder to release the waste from around my waist. I also needed to clear up some other health challenges I was experiencing. Let me tell you guys something. Not only did the dermatitis and these weird chest pains that I was experiencing disappear, I went from 178 down to 163. I am living my life in the sunshine like a golden child, and life is, ooh, so good.
I was told, being an A blood type by my mom a long time ago, that I was literally a vegetarian. And now knowing what having an A blood type means, now understanding how to juice, now understanding that I need raw foods, it's a game changer.
I'm Gigi Harris, and I'm 67 years young. I'm living pain-free and medication-free, as well as being able to work out 3 to 4 times a week and eating according to my blood type. I believe just because you're getting older don't mean you got to look like hell going there. I tell you, I love having fun, I love to travel, and I continue to live in my imagination, and so can you. Just trust the process.
Percent blockage in my heart. I came here to the center, got a bioscan, and at that time, Melissa was taking a look at this Endocalyx probe. She overheard me telling Phyllis about what happened, and she said, "Royal, I got something here that you need to try." I bought it that night. There was 10 days to the angiogram. I started taking it right then and there that night. I took it for 9 days because I wanted that 10 day to be clear, so there would be no problems. I get there, they prepare my groin, because they're going to go in through the groin. They sedate me heavily, because they intended to put stents on both sides of my heart. They get me into the room. Now they're preparing my neck. I'm like, wait a minute, what's really going on? Okay, talk to me quick. Then they said, well, to get to the other side of your heart, we have to go through your neck. I'm like, really, Lord? Really? Okay, meant you. 9 days I took Endocalyx probe. I got it at home right now, and I'm gonna always have it. Here's what happened. Okay, I wake up. My daughter's in there, and you know, I'm really messed up because they sedated me heavily. Good Lord, it took a day and a half to come out from under all of that. But here's what happened. Nothing happened. And the reason nothing happened is because before they got ready to do what they were going to do to me, and they checked my level. Come on. I'm going to quote what the doctor said. I was at barely 20% blockage. Barely 20% blockage 9 days after having 70% blockage. Do you hear me? My God! unbelievable. And so to this day, I continue to take it periodically. Okay, because if it did that in nine days, I don't know. But here's the thing about this stuff here. It doesn't just open up the vessels, it works on your capillaries. Those little bitty veins that he's talking about. It unblocked the little bitty capillaries and took me down to barely 20%.
I love it, I love it, I love it. You know what I love? I love the fact that these are real people, not paid actors, real people. So if you've been listening and you heard anything that could benefit you, anything that you've seen from the beginning to the end, get back with the person who invited you here, get back and DM the person, email, text the person, get back with them. They've got information. Now, today is the last day to get this particular discount. Yes, we extended our Memorial Day discount. You can save 20% on all of our products site-wide. The minimum you got to spend is $100, just $100, all up to $950, but it extends until Pacific time today. Get back with the person. They're ready to take your order. They're ready to be a blessing to you because that's what we're here for. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being with us and have a great day.